On this day, our heartfelt condolences goes out to the family. Gifts, Kevin, Michael, Duke, Festus, and Solomon. The management and staff of El Crest Exploration and Production Nigeria Limited will surely miss you. Words cannot describe the feeling of today. May God rest your souls.
People lost their lives. That's a tragedy that I never want to see again. I've never seen it in my experience before. I never want to see it again. All of us should.
Quite a traumatic period for the company, and I believe for the families of those that lost their lives.
I'm an eyewitness of what happened on the 7th of July 2020. The incident happened at exactly 10:20 hours.
We had our friends, very close friends, who had worked for us. Some of them were fathers, some of them were prospecting, and they're very good workers. But the July 7 incident took them away from us.
The fatalities incident of 1 year ago today should stay permanently in our minds. It's easy to remember. 777. That's 7 fatalities on the 7th day of the month and the 7th month of the year.
The BRVS incident where we lost 7 lives represents revolutionary in our overall safety performance, and is helping to drive our safety culture to a world-class status. You know, a situation whereby if you go to our areas of operation today, you begin to see evidence that safety is actually a line responsibility. A situation where for every barrel of oil that is produced, safety.
It was an unfortunate safety incident that took the lives of our dear colleague. And till today, we still wondered how and why, you know.
I was a witness to the explosion incident at BRVS on July 7th, 2020. The explosion incident was preventable. We lost 7 of our colleagues to the explosion incident. The incident is regrettable.
Remembering the BRV incident that claimed 7 lives brings back very sad memories that we will never allow to reoccur in our operations again. We'll continue to pray for the souls of the departed and their families.
Safety is the lifeblood of any organization, and without that blood, the organization cannot survive. And therefore, safety is critical to us as a business going forward. We have to live safely at all times. It's not an afterthought. It's exactly what we do every single day. We need a speak-up culture where people see unsafe acts, they act on it, and by working together, we keep each other safe. It's how we ensure that people leave our company, go home every night, and see their loved ones.
The Managing Director has since kicked off culture improvement processes and journey. We are beginning to see some of the benefits of those, but obviously we are not out of the woods yet. Today I ask of you three things. One, to support that journey, realizing that we are as strong as our weakest link. Two, to remember to pause whenever you are in doubt. It is always better to stop in error than be stopped by error. And three, to always remember the ABC of safety. Always be careful.
From an HSE perspective, considering the efforts that company would usually go to ensure that the lives of the personnel there are safe, it was really a precarious.
And reflecting back, benefit of hindsight, one key thing that I've taken away, and I believe the company has taken away from this, is the safety culture. We cannot begin to overemphasize the essence of safety. And that being said, the management of Elcrest, the board of directors, and indeed the whole staff, they've taken it upon themselves to imbibe and change the culture of Elcrest so that Elcrest becomes a safety-driven organization. As we say, safety first.
For us, we would not stop at anything. We would not allow this kind of incident to happen to us again. We would measure multiple times before we cut. We would stop to think, to put barriers in place. We will hunt for hazards. We would put their barriers in place. We will stop the work. We will spend more to make sure that July 7 never repeats itself.
Our hearts go at this time to the families, especially the children of the deceased. We would continue to remember them because they were really at the center of it all. And I believe that as a company, we'll continue to look out for them.
We go through the processes of having job hazard analyses, risk assessments, toolbox talks, and all of these things. And yet, this event still happened. And it's a reflection, I think, that people didn't really take things to heart. They didn't really realize it's a lot more than just somebody giving a little speech in a 10-minute toolbox talk, a spreadsheet to fill out for a risk assessment. It's really serious. We cannot forget that we have a permit to work procedure. If there's no hot work permit, we cannot work. It's just as simple as that. Everybody has the right and the authority to stop any work that's going on that they deem to be not safe. From here on in, we have to imbibe this safety culture. Never again, never.
The incident reminds us of the level of risk that we have to deal with on a daily basis in our operations. It reinforces the need for us to always keep our eyes on the ball and always think of safety first in all our operations.
The safety of our people and those affected by our activities must always be our highest business priority. Since the fatalities incident, we have implemented the following HSE improvement initiatives: comprehensive HSE training of all site personnel, implementation of a more robust permit to work system, ensuring that all job activity analysis, increasing HSE and supervisory personnel at all sites, regular scheduled management facilities visits by all managers in order to increase management awareness of site activities and to cascade a strong safety culture from management down through to the workers. Influencing and involving contractors and subcontractors in the same manner that we manage Elcrest personnel. ensuring that all sites have a medical clinic and hours a day. Scheduled emergency drills on a weekly basis at all sites. Reporting and investigating all incidents, no matter how small, to ensure that lessons are learned and that these incidents are not repeated.
For companies that has experienced incidents such as the BRVS incident, one thing is clear. It represents a reawakening of safety consciousness, both among the entire workforce, even among the entire management team.
What that has done, albeit very sad, is to then provide the company an opportunity to rededicate itself to safety awareness, and the cultivation of safety culture across the company, both in our corporate offices and field locations. So the classic going says, if you say education is expensive, try ignorance. And clearly, the flip side of safety is very expensive, is very disruptive, and no matter how lofty your plan is, it can make it crash right in your face.
Remembering the hurt, we have also taken hard lessons from the incident, and we have equally commenced journey to an enviable safety culture where safety is the normal way of work. Individuals, everybody take responsibility for safety and leadership, of course. Why is this so? Because we have resolved in our heart, strongly resolved in our hearts, that BRVA incident never again.
Till 7th of July, 2020, a day that started very well at BRVS, but ended very dark and gloomy. A day we all said, never again. Let it not happen in our operation. Let it not happen in anyone's career. It is something that we wouldn't want to repeat. It's something that we have to work to ensure it doesn't repeat. So as we reflect, I ask each and everyone to always prioritize safety over and above any other thing. Prioritize safety over and above production deferment. Prioritize safety over and above cost reduction. Prioritize safety over and above project delivery. Safety does not come second in anything we are doing as individuals and as a company. And we have to understand that the primacy of safety in all that we are doing. If we deliver and observe safety, we will achieve all those things we set out, our targets we can achieve. If we fail in safety, as happened on the 7th of July or on the 2nd of November 2020, we lose virtually everything. And in the 7th of July case, we lost lives. That's not what we want. That's what we want to guide against.
In every aspect of our activity, we continue to push safety forward in everything that we'll do, in all our activities, even our thought process. Safety is now a culture. So our mantra going forward would be, never again. Never again would we suffer these incidents.
As leaders, the incident has forced us to redouble our efforts to put controls in place to prevent any form of incident that has the potential to hurt any of our staff in the course of doing their jobs. It further reinforces the need for us to provide continually enabling environment for our staff and colleagues to work safe each day, every week, every month, and every year. We cannot depend on luck for our colleagues to operate safely in our operations. As leaders, we say, BRVS never again.
As we commemorate the first anniversary of this indeed our priorities. At this point, I join the entire staff to say BRVS, never again.
As long as this company is still in operation, our slogan remains BRVS, never again.
So by observing safety and focusing on safety delivery, we will achieve the theme of this year's Safety Day. BRVS, never again. BRVS, never again.
Care for yourself, care for others around you. Do not walk past that unsafe condition or unsafe act. Note it, report it, and follow through to make sure that it is corrected. That way, we will all be safe, and then we will be reminded that the safety of one is the safety of all.
So on the 7th of July, we will have a safety day, and it will be entitled BRVS, Never Again.
BRVS, never again.
BRVS,
never again.
BRVS, never again.
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 BRVS,
Never again.
Never again.
never again.
Never again.
Let's observe a minute's silence for the souls of the dearly departed.